Hey guys, this is TheAnvil, a special presentation for Source Gaming. We're going to be talking a little bit about Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch today. I'm here with our friend PushDustIn, and I know there are a lot of people out there keen to know his thoughts on the subject, myself included, so I've prepared some questions for him. Let's get started. Push, put us out of our misery. When do you think Smash for Switch is going to be announced?
As I've said a couple times in the past, I think that Smash is an E3 game, and I think it makes a lot of sense for Nintendo to wait a little bit closer until E3 or until E3 to announce the next Smash.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, with Brawl, Smash 4, Wii U, Melee, and Smash 64, the American release, they are all announced at E3, so I think it makes sense that it would only follow in that tradition. As well as Smash is a game that appeals to a wide range of gamers, not just like the hardcore Nintendo fans. So I think saving that for E3 when a lot of gamers from other companies are watching would be the best move for Nintendo.
Absolutely, all eyes are on Nintendo at E3.
Yep.
Okay, let's go on to the next question. We've had a lot of persistent rumours recently that kind of fizzled out. It was pretty much common belief that we would be getting a port or an enhanced port like, say, Pokken or Mario Kart. Where do you stand on those rumours?
So I actually reported on those rumors, what is it, like almost a year ago? And I still believe that the Smash for Switch started out as a port, especially with the evidence in 1.1.6, the Bayonetta nerf update, where there was evidence or some signs that pointed to Smash 4U being ported again. The compile paths for the files were changed to a different drive and different... they basically had the word branch inside of it, which refers to a type of development process where multiple people are working on one file at the same time, and that would be very useful if they were porting the game over or working on multiple versions of the game at the same time. So that kind of hints at the game is being ported or being worked on in some capacity after those Bayonetta nerfs. So I think that the rumor that it started out as a port is true, but I think it's kind of gone for too long where it will no longer be a port, and I think your later questions will address that.
Sure. Do you think we've reached the point now where a Smash port just won't suffice?
Yes. There's a couple of reasons why I think that is. The main reason is because I think that Sakurai is working on the next Smash. He has been very quiet, and he's been mainly quiet whenever he's worked on Smash in the past. And so I think his reluctance to say anything means that he's working on a Smash project. Also, when he finished the Smash for Wii U and 3DS DLC development, he seemed generally happy with the development conditions that Smash 4 Wii U and Smash 3DS were made under, like especially the DLC, because he had a smaller team, he worked really intimate, and there wasn't really that stress with deadlines, I think. So I think that he would be back for the next Smash. I know that he's always kind of gone back and forth, saying that he's not sure if he would ever come back to a Smash, but in reality, Smash is his baby. There's one time where he said that Smash is a game that he can reach the widest audience, and that's definitely true. No matter what game he works on after Smash, it's not going to be as big as Smash. Also, he enjoys working with other creators. That's one of the reasons why he left HAL Laboratories, was so that he could collaborate with a bunch of people. And Smash has become this perfect vessel for that. Like, especially with the latest two games, or latest three games, Smash 4 Wii U, Smash 3DS, and Brawl, where you had a lot of third-party characters. That means that Sakurai can kind of work with a lot of interesting IPs and a lot of interesting creators, and still create this amazing game that a lot of people will be playing.
Yeah, I remember he specifically mentioned that he'd wanted to make a game with Ryu.
Yeah, he, you know, I remember he talked about when Little Mac was revealed. We translated in Source Gaming like the Little Pepper is hot or something like that is the title of the Famitsu column, and he talked about how he was just so honored to work with all these IPs, and you can't really do that with another series besides Smash, like unless it was like a Smash like roster game, like if they made like a video game All-Stars kart racing game or something like that, which would be very cool, but I don't know if it would be his first choice. I think that working on Smash would be come naturally or come first more than working on a brand new IP. And one more thing is that after the DLC ended, he talked about how new characters in Smash create new gameplay styles, and he was very interested. He seemed very interested in that. He talked about that, I think, in 3 new characters, all very unique, was the name of the Famitsu column.
That sounds good to me. Okay, on to the next one. Do you think this game's going to be considered part of the Smash 4 series if it started as a port, or is it going to be given a new title, like, say, Brawl or Melee?
So, this is kind of an interesting question because the reason that Smash 4 Wii U and Smash 3DS had the Smash 4 names is because they were released around the generally the same time, and he didn't want confusion among the parents buying the video games for their kids. So, if a kid asked for Smash 4 Wii U, the parents would hopefully know that they had a Wii U, and then just buy that version instead of buying the 3DS version. Whereas if he named it Smash Bros. Lightning and Smash Bros. Thunderstorm or something like that, then he might have, there might be some instances where parents would pick up the wrong version of the game. So I think that's the main reason why he went with the Smash 4 name. So if it's a deluxe game, it could be like, it could use Smash 4 Switch, or it could just have a new subtitle, kind of like Brawl or Melee, or in Japanese, DXX. It would be interesting to see what they would do, because with the enhanced ports that they've released so far, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Hyrule Warriors Deluxe, or Pokken, they've all released them with the suffix DX, but they've already released Melee as DX. It's Smash Brothers DX in Japanese. So I don't think they could go with that DX name.
Maybe not.
So I think that it would probably have a different subtitle, or it would have a Smash for Switch. It really could go either way.
Okay.
It depends on how much influence it has on the Wii U and the 3DS versions.
Yeah. Considering the possibility that it did start out as a port, do you think this means bad news for potentially some of the third-party characters like Cloud and Ryu?
I think Cloud is probably the most vulnerable character, because his rights are probably a little bit more complicated than the other characters. I think that's why we didn't really have a lot of music from Final Fantasy, and his English voice actor didn't come on board, was because of either rights or money issues. I think he would be the most in danger of being cut, but I think that Sakurai would try to keep him. If this game is built off of the Smash 4 Wii U foundation, then I don't think we would see a lot of cuts, even with third-party characters, because a lot of the third-party characters feel like they make sense more so than Snake and Brawl did. Like, Snake and Brawl was the obvious outsider, whereas in this version, there's not really that one character that feels like it isn't outside of the Nintendo realm, or outside of the Nintendo hardware realm, I should say.
No, that's a fair point.
Except for Cloud.
yeah.
Do you think there's any characters that are likely to be cut?
Probably Cloud's the most likely, but it's hard to say because he made such a big deal out of being able to add Cloud. Bayonetta's kind of 50-50. It's pretty hard to cut the character that they said was the fan-demanded character and won the ballot.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't think Bayonetta would be going anywhere. Plus, with Nintendo publishing Bayonetta 3,
Yeah.
it makes even more sense to include her.
Bayonetta's almost more relevant to the next Smash than the one that just came. If Smash for Switch has progressed into a distinct game, how much in terms of content are we going to see? Is it going to be an entire game's worth or somewhere in between?
It really depends on when it comes out and how long they've been working on it. Now, after Corrin and Bayonetta were released, Sakurai said he was going to take a short breather, and that his next project was already decided. So if Sakurai is on board, and if they've been working on Smash for the entire time, then that means that it really depends on how much staff they have working on the game and how long they have it, I guess I should say. If they have like a small staff like the DLC, then we might only see like 4 or 5 more characters. But if there's a full staff, then maybe you'll see, I think the average is, or the expected average is 11 characters.
Yeah.
I think that with Smash for Switch, I think what's going to happen is that they would try to improve the single player campaign, because I think that's what most people have been critical of the Wii U version, especially.
Yeah.
And if you looked with a lot of the DX releases, they've kind of gone back and fixed what the fans were complaining about. Like with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they went back and added the battle mode.
Yeah, and Funky Kong's like the easy mode in Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, exactly. Tropical Freeze, some people complained it was too difficult, but now you have Funky Kong, who's practically invincible. I think Pokken added like a lot more tutorials or single player content as well.
Obviously new characters as well.
Yeah, obviously new characters, especially with the new DLC. And Hyrule Warriors is just all the content that's on the 3DS that people wanted on the Wii U version is now available on the Switch.
Yeah.
So I think that if the game started out as a base of Smash 4 Wii U, I'm hoping that we can see a little bit more better single player content. I'm not sure if they will go back and do a story mode. That's my thing, because the story mode was such a drag on Brawl that it really held back the development of that game, because it just took so long for them to animate all those scenes and to create those games. Originally, when Brawl was conceived, they were going to have 2 studios work on the game. One studio would work on the multiplayer aspect, one studio would work on the single player. But then Sakurai couldn't find a studio for the single player. So it was basically like working on 2 games at the same time.
Yeah. I'm probably in the minority, but I love the Subspace Emissary.
No, I think a lot of people love the Subspace Emissary, and I think it's okay as a story, as like a cutscene base game. I think the cutscenes are fantastic, but I think the Subspace Emissary itself, the gameplay, is pretty mediocre because they had to balance the platforming among a wide range of characters.
That's true.
But I think we can go into that more greater in a different discussion.
Yeah. So do you think the ballot's going to be a factor in character selection, assuming we do get more characters?
Yeah, because every time that Sakurai adds a new character, the amount of time that it takes to balance it rises exponentially. So if you have 2 characters, it doesn't take too long to balance them. But if you have 3, suddenly you have to go have every single matchup be balanced. And there's been a lot of criticism with Smash 4 Wii U and Smash 3DS, with some characters not being viable in any of the modes, like Princess Zelda.
Yeah. So
it's going to be difficult to balance all of those characters, especially if they bring back the custom moves. Like, will they balance the custom moves with all the characters? Will they just focus on the main set of moves? It's hard. It's very difficult. And then especially if you have like 8-player Smash returning, because then you have to balance those moves with 1v1, 3v1, 2v2, all the possibilities of up to 8 players.
So you think 8-man Smash is definitely going to return?
I think it might, because the Switch has the ability to connect up to 8 switches for multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible.
Probably not online again though.
Probably not online again. I don't know if they could do that, because that would be an incredible strain on their network, I think. They still haven't announced the online service.
No, they haven't.
Like, they had it kind of with Splatoon 2, but then it's nowhere to be seen right now. And so one has to wonder if Nintendo's having issues with that.
It's pretty unlikely now to show up before E3, so they could show Smash off with their online service.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Do you think the ballot will be a factor?
Oh yeah, in the Japanese description for the Smash 4 Wii U and Smash 3DS ballot, they said that they would use that data for the next game, and that's exactly why I voted for 9V at the last minute of the ballot, like 11:59 p.m. right before midnight, right before it closed, because I knew that 9V didn't have a chance as in hell to come as a DLC character, but I'm hoping, come on Sakurai, that he will come in the next Smash.
So we both agree that 9V and Banjo are guaranteed for the next Smash.
Banjo, I'm not sure, but 9V, come on.
Are there any characters you think we're pretty much guaranteed to see? Obviously, aside from the Inklings.
Yeah, the Inklings, obviously. I think that a character either from Dragon Quest, Resident Evil, like those are big Japanese IPs and third-party IPs, and they don't have any representation in Smash right now. And I think that it's possible that we could see those IPs appearing in Smash, because Sakurai has talked a lot about how Smash is a game which advertises Japanese IPs.
Yeah.
And so when you think of major Japanese IPs, like Final Fantasy was up there on the list, and now it's in Smash. And a lot of people said that was never going to happen. After that, you have you have Dragon Quest, you have Biohazard, Resident Evil, and
Monster Hunter.
So there's a lot where they could go, but I think that we'll see another third-party rep kind of like that. I don't know what that means for the chances of characters like Rayman.
Yeah.
Because that's also been a highly demanding character in the ballot, I think, because partly because of the Artsy Omni leak, but I think that Rayman would have been highly requested. Same with like Shovel Knight or King K. Rool.
Yeah.
King K. Rool is a little bit different because he's owned by Nintendo, and I think Sakurai already recognized his popularity with that costume, so I think he's very likely to get into the next Smash.
Maybe not so much as Funky Kong now.
Yeah. I mean, Funky Kong has a full moveset already now.
Yeah, he's like #1 now.
Yeah. But real quick on the King K. Rool, like, I think the main reason, and I was saying this during the ballot, I didn't think he was gonna come in as DLC, because I thought he was too obscure for most people for DLC. But in a base game where he can be a secret character, like absolutely.
He's probably the most requested Nintendo first party character, at least if you ignore the fact that Ridley is, because he's too big.
Yeah, maybe besides Ridley and Inklings. I think the Inklings would probably take the spot for the most requested first party character right now.
Well, they've certainly got a lot of casual appeal.
Yeah, like everyone in Japan loves the Inklings.
Probably pretty likely to see someone from ARMS as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, at least. Like, I would like to see Springman, at least.
I always say Springman, but I think if he may be too hard to balance because he's quite a quick character and he's got that long reach, they could have to go for a heavier character to balance him a bit better.
Yeah, but you could have the arms like slow to retract or something like that.
Like if you press the button and charge, the longer you press it, the longer the arms go or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Nintenjax and I did a discussion about an ARMS character in Smash. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that video out.
Do you have any other comments?
I think that it would just be a bigger and better Smash. A lot of people are afraid that Smash is not being worked on, or Smash won't be coming for Switch, and I say that's absolutely nonsense, because Smash is one of Nintendo's biggest IPs, and it's guaranteed to come out in the Switch's lifespan one way or the other. So I think it's just a matter of time.
Well, it's been over 3.5 years, so it's pretty likely it's in development in some form at the moment.
Well, I guess if anyone has any additional questions for either the Anvil or myself, you can go ahead and ask that in the comments below.
Okay, sounds good.
Be sure to check out the description for social media links, as well as links to our website and Patreon if you'd like to support videos like this. As always, return to the source, and I'll see you guys next time.